Hello, and welcome to the first installment of the history of CES MMA. I'm Adam Palazzo. Tonight, we take you back to the early days of CES MMA and show you some of the great fights, memories, and moments that have made CES the top New England promotion in mixed martial arts. And why not start at the beginning? CES MMA First Blood, featuring current heavyweight champion Connecticut's Parker Porter, facing the ever-popular Lee Bean.
So does Lee, so we should see an exciting fight quick.
Yeah, we're definitely not in the 155-pound division anymore, the heavyweights. Lee going for the takedown.
Parker doing a good job at defending, keeping his hips away, and controlling with that underhook, not letting Lee get under him.
Lee did a good job of defending that hip toss and getting the underhook again. Oh, switches to a single leg. Better watch his neck.
Parker is a BJJ purple belt, so he does know submissions. Lee, like a veteran fighter, is trying to chop down Parker's legs with knees. Yeah, Parker taking the center of the cage right now, not backing down from Lee.
Nice inside leg kick. Lee firing off a high kick.
A little surprising to all, as you hear the crowd. Now it's Parker's turn to try to take the fight to the ground. Good strong knee from Lee. Both unsuccessful in their early takedown defense.
Yeah, excellent takedown defense by both fighters.
Again, Parker just keeps coming forward. Parker ends up on top.
Was that a trip?
It looked like a push down.
Lee's starting to breathe with his mouth wide open. I don't know if he's getting tired and he fell when he got pushed, if he tripped, if he slipped.
His mouth is wide open.
But he's on the bottom.
Parker's staying on top. Parker's been aggressive the whole time. Now Parker says he loves taking the back and finishing with rear naked
Which
chokes.
he has. He's got it in good.
He's got it in
and
deep.
He's tapping. That was textbook finish. Saw the back, put the hooks in, slipped in the choke.
Parker Porter looked like the more well-rounded fighter in that fight.
Absolutely.
36 seconds of the first round. Referee Pete Rogers stops this contest for the winner by tap out on a rear naked choke, Parker Porter.
We now go to the bantamweight division in one of the most exciting fights of the early days of CES MMA, as Tateki Matsuda faces Jason Bennett at CES MMA Snow Brawl from December 2010. Here are rounds 1 and 3 of that fight.
Good luck, both of you.
Nice sportsmanship. These guys are ready to go. Let's just hope that Big Dan doesn't dislocate anybody's shoulder when he raises the arm up.
You know, I had a chance to witness Bennett at the weigh-in yesterday, and he just seemed very humble, very personable, and seems like a guy who really loves the sport.
Yeah, these guys are both sweethearts. One of my students fought Jason, and they had a great fight. Jason's a good guy. I like him. You know, he beat my guy, but can't say anything bad about him.
Well, here we go, opening round of this exciting fight. Bennett with a high kick, almost got Masada there.
Very different style. Yeah, unorthodox.
Kind of unorthodox teep. Good leg kick.
Looks like Tateki's trying to just play a slower game. But Jason's very poppy.
His feet are fast. Great overhand right. Almost took him down there. Now he counters with a kick. Matsuda gets the legs and gets the takedown. And now he's got Bennett against the cage. He's trying to get that left arm, that left arm underneath. Bennett doing a nice job reversing it here, but he's still got his back pressed against the cage.
Yeah, I also like the way Bennett's winning the stand-up fight.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That awkward, he's very awkward and poppy.
Yeah, very
Nice
unpredictable.
guillotine. Let's see what happens if
Right back
Teki
on his
finishes
feet.
the
Can Bennett
takedown.
reverse it?
No, Teki's playing a good
Little high,
game.
little high. Good job by Tateki for not letting him take his back. Tateki's showing great ground control, but Bennett's hustling, man. He's good reversal.
I'll tell you what, for two knockout specialists, we've seen very good sophisticated ground game here so far in this opening round.
Yeah,
sure,
both
man.
guys just well-rounded fighters. And like we said before, MMA, people just get caught.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. Very intense right now. Teki's using a nice high guard.
Tateki going for that
Using his
sweep.
legs. He's looking for a triangle or a sweep. That's what he's playing back and forth, it seems.
He's got that arm locked.
Oh, look out, look out, look out. Big slam. Locking in deeper, though. Oh, good escape.
Good
escape
job by
with the
Bennett to
triangle.
get out of that,
Teki got his
absolutely.
leg back in. Let's see what happens with the triangle. With the heel hook he's going for.
Yeah, right now,
Look out,
Bennett's
don't
got
hold
to
the
face
cage.
that. He's got to face that. He can't run away from
Yeah,
that.
you
You got
gotta
to attack
face your
it.
knee. You gotta face your knee the opposite direction.
Bennett's grabbing onto the cage a little bit.
Yeah, Mergliata doesn't seem to care as much as the other New England refs do.
Yeah, right now Bennett's got to attack that knee. He can't run away. As soon as he gets that leg straightened out, he's going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, Teki's really trying to heel hook him. He's not half trying to heel hook him.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where, well,
He's playing back and forth to a knee bar and a heel hook.
and we know too. I mean, it's a heel hook, one of those things where you don't know it's over until it's too late.
Yeah, for sure. Teki's playing a good footlock game. Huh?
He's got it right
This might
here.
be bad. This might be bad. Let's see if Dan's caring about the fence.
A couple of times Bennett almost got out of that, but Tateki doing a nice
like
job
right
just
now.
keeping it. Now he's got
Right
a
now he's
shot.
grabbing the fence.
Yep.
The thing is, New England referees care more about the fence than anything else, it seems. They will cancel a fight over someone grabbing a fence. They care that much.
Good defenses by Bennett.
Yeah,
You know,
good
Tateki's-
defense.
yeah,
Watch out for the
Tateki-
big punch.
He's trying to set it up here.
Yeah, Bennett's
There it
not
is.
afraid of. Oh, nice body shot. I like that. I like body shots. Oh, nice reversal. Sorry to yell in the mic sound, guys. Didn't mean to.
I like
It's
how
understandable.
Tateki's
This is an exciting fight so far.
Oh,
Just 3
boy.
minutes into the opening round, we've seen two reversals.
Circle.
We've seen both
Oh, boy.
fighters take advantage. And now another nice turnaround.
He's got that high back over the arm. Look out for another triangle, maybe. Oh, no, he got his position, stayed on top.
He's got that arm right now too. So
Yeah.
and right now Bennett can only well, Tateki's a little high, so
Yeah, he can turn back into another triangle, though. That's what I'm thinking he might do. He's got that judo background.
Yeah, he doesn't really seem to be in position for a choke at this point. He is too high. Bennett trying to sneak out of the back.
Armbar.
the armbar.
Got him.
Nope. Nice. Bennett's so tough, man. I like
Bennett
that
is
kid.
tough, and he comes back quickly with those counter punches. But
And he's on
Tateki
Tateki's
again.
back now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think. Hopefully Tateki. Yeah, see, I like how Tateki doesn't get worried. He just keeps that hip
No.
low, keeps that knee low. That way he can't circle. Bennett can't circle to take his back.
Yeah. He's very relaxed.
Like we said, conditioning is a huge thing. Tateki does not mind if this thing goes 3 rounds.
No, he doesn't care if it goes 18 rounds. Is he working
No.
a trip?
Trying to trip.
Both
Trying to
guys-
hook him again. He got him.
Nice. He's going to pop up behind him now.
Yeah, Bennett.
Excellent takedown. Excellent. Looked like he was getting beat, but he didn't.
Both guys, great shape,
Yeah.
ready to fight.
No, they're both very likable guys. It's hard to root against either one of them. I'm just rooting for a good fight here.
And so far, we're getting it. 30 seconds to go in the opening round. Tough fight to call so far. Both fighters have had their moments in this round. And like you said, Matt, showing great endurance on both sides. Neither
yeah.
fighter seems winded at this point, despite the tenacity of this fight in the opening 5 minutes.
I would just say, I mean, I would definitely have to give this first round to Tateki just because of the takedowns.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, Bennett's working, man. He's
He is
doing
working.
everything he needs to do. He's making smart transitions, smart
Tateki's
choices.
gonna this round.
Good job.
And that's the end of the opening round. A lot of action here, and I agree with Mike Campbell. A slight edge to Tateki. This is what we've been billed for, and it's been as good as advertised. Third and final round now. Tateki coming out with a couple of kicks.
They're both bouncing. They're both ready to go.
They've got a lot of energy here, and we didn't really see that in the last fight with the other two fighters, but we're seeing it here with going into the third round. The energy's been tremendous.
Yeah, Bennett's definitely got the better head movement and the better footwork out of the both of them. But
Yeah.
Tateki's just technically just a great Thai boxer and a good boxer. And like Matt said, he's got a judo background, although Bennett definitely good head kick.
Ate a head kick. It didn't stop him, though.
Yeah.
No, did not. He walked right through it, despite getting caught flush. Almost caught him again that time, but he got his hand up to block it at the last second.
Yeah, Bennett should definitely lead with that switch step body kick too to deliver.
I think Bennett hit with his foot though. I think that hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
I know it hurt if he hit with his foot.
Oh, good kick by Tateki. That is a heavy
Christmas.
that is a heavy leg kick.
Bennett sneaks in the right hand, but Tateki's staying on, trying to deliver the right kick.
You see Tateki's eyes are open when he's getting hit. That's that good sit-yaw training, man. You see it all the time, like guys staring punches right in their face.
Yeah, I would say Bennett's definitely got the better hands of the two, and Tateki's got the better legs, but Bennett's more snappy. Tateki's got those nice, relaxed, thudding leg kicks.
Very heavy legs.
And they're big. Look how big his legs are for a 35. Yeah. They're as big as his waist.
He's got stout legs.
It's a great fight. Good combinations by both guys. I love how Tateki's cutting off the cage on Bennett.
Yeah.
He's making Bennett rush right now.
This is something you don't see. Bennett doesn't get his back put to the cage. He's usually backing other people up, and Tateki's just stalking him down.
Yeah, Bennett's tired right now. And Tateki, Japanese guys, I always tell Tateki, they never have any change in expression in their face.
No.
They can be tired.
Very stoic. Yeah. I like that. Fedor's great for that. Minotauro's great for that. Sakuraba, Kazushi Sakuraba, one of the most stoic persons I've ever seen in my life fight.
Good knees by Tateki.
Yeah, both fighters engaged here as we get halfway through the final round, but they're both staying tremendously busy. The endurance is still there.
Good knees to the legs.
Tateki just wearing down those legs.
That just wears that wears you out, man.
It may not look like much from here, but you guys know from experience how that works.
Oh, man, I'd be mad at him at this point. I'd be angry. It wouldn't be a matter of me fighting just to win. It'd be a matter of me fighting to get him back.
We're on the verge of a takedown, and there it is.
Tateki again. I love how Tateki just kind of starts with like that
outside trip.
Yeah, it's almost like a Navy, like a wrestler's Navy.
Yeah, you do those.
Yeah, and then he just comes in, but instead of going to the inside, he gets the other leg and traps it. So he's bringing those knees together and getting that takedown. And obviously he's consolidating very well on top, keeping control on the ground.
And now he's got him down on the side here. And I think Mike was right when Bennett is definitely fatigued here and starting to get worn out here in these final 2 minutes. We'll see if he can hang on here. It's not going to be easy.
Even again, like right now, Bennett's holding on to the head. He should be pushing Tateki away.
Tateki's looking for a forearm, armbar, Kimura. This is bad. Oh, man. I know for a fact Tateki did learn those knees to the body from me.
Yep.
I taught him that way back when.
Trying to get in here for a choke in the final minute and a half. And we'll see if he can get those arms underneath and get him locked. Bennett trying his best to fight it off. So far, so good. Tateki a little bit high here, though, Mike, it seems.
Yeah. Well, Tateki, the only problem, he's not really that high. The only thing I see with Tateki is that he's just letting his chest float a little bit further away from Bennett's back.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got him now here.
There it is.
This could be it.
He's trapping that arm.
Oh, this
could be it.
We'll see if Bennett can hang on. 1:12 to go. It's going to be tough to hang on here.
Bad.
Though he does have that arm up.
He's got it in deep now.
Yeah, it is in deep.
He's still defending it, though.
Bennett's got heart, man. You gotta love a guy like that. He's getting the crap choked out of him right now.
And he's trying to walk his hips out. He's doing everything. Bennett's doing everything right now at this point.
He's
getting his shoulders out. He's
survived.
Good job. He turns it over. 51
is a triangle by
It's the white belt triangle. That's the white belt triangle. That's what we talk about.
Slamming him down, trying to break the hold. What a tremendous finish to this fight. Unbelievable.
Holy cow.
I'll tell you what, I thought Bennett was out of gas. That takes a lot of strength to do that.
That's heart. He might be out of gas, but he's not out of heart.
He's still got a lot of fight in him.
Yeah.
What a tremendous finish we got.
Good body kick by Tateki and good right hand by Bennett.
This is a fight. This is what you look for every time you see a fight. You get to see a fight like this. This is awesome.
Bennett keeps hitting those elbows too.
We said it could be a main event, and that was not an exaggeration whatsoever. Final 10 seconds of the third round.
If these guys were 155 or higher, this would be a main event.
Absolutely. A nice exchange here at the end, and what a fight, guys. This one goes the distance. A tremendous battle of wills between Jason Bennett and Tateki Masada.
Judge at ringside, Mike Baker sees the fight 29-28. He has it for Matsuda. Judge Robert Paolino scores the fight 29-28 for Bennett.
They didn't pay attention.
While Judge Paul Asma scores the fight 30-27, all to your winner by split decision, Tateki Matsuda.
We take a look at the pro debut of a man who has become a staple of CES MMA and has fought more times in the CES MMA cage than anyone else. The Portuguese man of war, Dennis Sweetbread Paiva.
Rhode Island, and we got two very hungry fighters, Mike. Neither fighter has a win under his belt at the professional level. John Marcheteer lost in his first attempt, and this is the first attempt here for Dennis Paiva Jr.
Right, I would think Marcheteer would want to win even more, only having been in the cage and kind of like being so close to, I mean, even though he lost, I mean, every fight could be a potential victory, so.
Paiva unleashing with those short leg kicks of the shin early on, and like you predicted, Mike, a stand-up fight thus far, just 30 seconds into the opening round.
Right, Paiva has a nice low stance, so he's going to generate a little bit more power than Marcheteer may, but I think Paiva, I think he may also be worried about the takedown, so.
Marcheteer trying to move in with the right hand, now throwing the left and right combo. Paiva backing up nicely, no contact just yet here in the opening minute of round number 1. John Marcheteer versus Dennis Paiva Jr.
Right.
And a little feeling out process here so far, Mike.
Yeah, Paiva keeps on kind of cornering him. It's hard to corner somebody in an octagon, but what I like Paiva's doing is that every time Marcheteer steps to his right, Paiva switches to a southpaw. Every time he goes to his left, he goes orthodox. So he's actually kind of cornering him, which is pretty difficult to do in the octagon, but if he does that, he'll actually be able to corral him, control him a little bit more. Good leg kicks.
Those
Good
kicks so
right.
far have done a nice job, and Paiva gets Marcheteer down on his back, delivering right hand after right hand, and it looks like that's going to do it. Dennis Paiva Jr. with the knockout. Just
one of the earliest stars at CES MMA was Framingham Mass's Doug Bolanes Jr. Doug was a multi-sport athlete at Framingham High School, where he captained the football team and finished as a finalist in sectionals at wrestling. Doug had all the skills to make it to the top. However, on March 11, 2011, Doug was taken from this world, much too young, and passed away as a result of a car crash. We remember the memory of Doug Bolanes Jr., and here is his pro debut from CES MMA Snowball in December of 2010.
Two big guys, two very rugged-looking fighters, and I'm very interested to see if this is going to be more of a stand-up fight, or will this one get to the ground early? We're about to find out, folks.
Josh is actually pretty composed right now for his first MMA fight also.
Yeah, they both look nice and relaxed. Josh may be even more relaxed than Doug, you know?
Good combinations.
Bolanes backs him up into that cage. Good combos, but Bolanes stood his ground.
Yeah, right now Josh needs to let go of that body.
Bolanes on top quickly, trying to get some shots into the side here.
Stops the takedown. Gets on top. Let's see.
Yeah,
Josh is trying to play off his back. Watch out for the heel hook. Watch out for the heel hook. He's defending it. He's keeping his hand up the cage. Bolanes needs to turn and jump away.
Yeah, he's turning right into that.
Good composure. He's got a nice head and arm. Yeah, they're both staying smart. Let's see how Josh comes back, if he's flustered or not.
Tremendous opening minute of this round. A lot of excitement, and Team Bolanes and his crowd are really getting after it. And Bolanes really seems to be feeding off that energy right now.
Yeah, these guys are really, I mean, they're not really throwing many combinations to lock up. They're either looking for the clinch or the striking. So.
Big overhand right hand by Bolanes. That's going to do it. He's out. Huge right hand. Doug Bolanes.
Through the years, CES MMA has become one of the leading promotions in getting young fighters to the UFC, as well as home to the fighters that are looking to get back to the UFC. One of the first UFC veterans to enter the cage of CES was Ultimate Fighter 1-star Alex T-Rex Karalexis, having previously fought the likes of Diego Sanchez, Kenny Florian, and wrapping up his stint at WEC. Karalexis made his CES MMA debut at Nowhere to Hide against Tawan Howard. It was one of the more controversial nights at CES MMA. Let us know how you score the fight.
So we'll see if the bad blood spilling over from yesterday's weigh-in plays a factor early on. We'll see if both fighters can keep their composure as Alex and Tawan Howard get ready for this exciting main event. Alex catching Taiwan's leg early, now trying to drive him into the cage. Howard unloading, but Karalexis
good
big
trip by
takedown.
Alex. Howard landed a few hard punches before that takedown, though. Howard's definitely a game opponent, and he's gonna be one of the stronger guys that Alex has faced, also. Although Alex has faced some pretty good competition, so.
He has faced Kenny Florian in the past, Anthony Pettis, as we mentioned. The resume of Karalexis' fights is a who's who of MMA, and he's certainly been in there before. It will not be phased. Another great takedown by Alex Karalexis.
Yeah, Alex is just, I mean, he's elevating that leg and just kicking Howard's leg right from underneath him. Howard kind of doesn't really, he kind of seems like a fish out of water on his back right now. I don't think he's really used to being in this position.
No, he's not, and he really wants to keep it standing up, and that's the way he wanted to keep it against Greg Rebello as well. But Greg Rebello is a very great submission specialist and an excellent grappler. He wanted that fight on the ground, and once it got to the ground, as well as Howard fought, he was out of his element when he was on the ground against Rebello, and he'd probably be in the same position tonight as long as Karlexis keeps him there.
Right. Alex is doing a good job right now. He's tucking the head. He's not really vulnerable for a guillotine. He's keeping his head right in the middle, and he's just driving Howard down. And this is actually a smart decision by Alex, because I guarantee you, I mean, Howard thought that Alex was going to come out here and just bang with him. I think Alex wants to make this an ugly fight, just grind him into the cage, just do a lot of dirty boxing.
And that seems like Alex's kind of fight, no doubt about it, as he has Howard pressed up against the cage. 3 minutes to go in the opening round of this main event. Karlexis making his CES debut here at Nowhere to Hide.
Again with that trip.
That's the second time Howard has landed some right hands, but Karlexis has taken him right back down when he had control of that leg.
Yeah, Alex always told everybody, he goes, I'm ugly, I don't care about getting punched in the face. Good elbows by Alex from the guard. See, Alex did the right thing. He's getting high, he's getting over Howard, not allowing him to come up. If I was Alex, I would actually just walk my hips and just start beating on him. But
both fighters now standing back on their feet. 2:26 to go in the opening round.
Good kick by Alex. Good kick by Howard.
Howard with a good response, actually came high on that kick. Karlexis kind of shrugging it off, just walking away. Another good low kick from Karlexis.
Yeah, I'd like to see Alex set him up a little bit more with the hands, though. And then throw that kick. Howard actually kind of carries a little bit too much muscle for an MMA guy.
He really is a big guy, Mike.
I mean, you will just gas out after like 30 seconds. It's a lot of blood going into those muscles. He's explosive, and he's caught Alex right there.
He actually catches Karlexis. Karlexis is in a little bit of trouble, Mike.
Alex is kind of rocked right now.
Rocked again with a big right hand against the cage. Howard is unloading on Alex Karlexis. Karlexis trying to grab hold and just hold on for dear life.
Alex just did a very good job just surviving right there. But now Howard's got that Kimura right now.
That was an impressive flurry by Howard. The mouthpiece has been spit out, or at least just fallen out momentarily.
Alex has got a tap soon. If he doesn't, that shoulder's going to rip.
Howard has got it in pretty deep, Mike. And you know Karlexis is going to try to hold on as long as he can in this homecoming.
As long as he can, he will.
1 minute to go. Can Karlexis survive? Looks like he is reversed in some sort here, no?
Yeah, he's locked up his arm. He's consolidated his arm, so it's going to be a lot harder for Howard to finish that Kimura, but that's a deep, yeah, he let it go.
Let it go finally. Karlexis able to survive that hold. Howard's still in control right now here in the closing minute of this opening round.
I actually want to see if Alex can use that arm.
Karlexis surviving for the time being. 40 seconds to go in the opening round. The action suddenly picks up, and now both fighters are separated. They got to stop this momentarily for a mouthpiece. They got to get Karlexis' mouthpiece back in. And it's saying to do it quickly, and I think Karlexis' corner is trying to deliberately take a little time here, Mike, to give Karlexis a chance to rest.
I think they want to let him realize what his shoulder feels like at this moment, too.
Absolutely.
Alex will keep on fighting, I promise you that.
A nice high kick again by Howard, almost getting in on Karlexis.
Good leg kick.
Wobbled Howard momentarily. Another strong leg kick, this time to the inside, going back outside again to the hamstring. And now Karlexis drives Howard into the cage. Closing seconds of this opening round. Good takedown by Howard. Strong round for both fighters at times. Howard with some big strikes, Mike. That first round probably favoring Taiwan Howard based on those strikes and that takedown in the near submission.
Right, but Alex also had 3 takedowns, 3 trip takedowns. I mean, that was a tough round to score, but I personally, I mean, I would have to give it to
you give it to Howard based on the
striking. Based on striking, give it to Howard. Based on wrestling and effective grappling, you have to give it to Alex's. I mean, Alex controlled 3 of the 5 minutes.
We're going to get a replay from some of the action here in this exciting opening round. You see the kick Those rights and lefts come in. Alexis was rocked momentarily, and I thought for a second might get knocked out. And he actually hold on nicely here.
He's a survivor.
So a lot of excitement, Mike, in this opening round. It's everything we hoped it would be, this main event. And it depends, I guess, on the preference of the judges and what you prefer. What do you favor more, the takedowns or the striking? I guess it can kind of be a matter of preference.
That was a hard round to score.
That's a very tough round to score.
But, I mean, I would have to give it to Howard because if you looked at who was hurt.
Exactly.
Alex was hurt that round.
Alex still, and you know, maybe still a little bit wobbly from that.
He needs to keep throwing those kicks.
Those kicks have been very effective so far, absolutely. And we'll see if Alexis can maintain his leg strikes. And I agree, Mike, based on the fact that Alexis was hurt at points in that round, you got to give it to Taiwan Howard.
But I don't like how Alex is keeping his chin really high.
That's what Taiwan Howard had mentioned yesterday. He keeps that chin high, and Howard promised the overhand, the roundhouse right, and he's caught him a couple of times with those kicks, just as promised. Alexis coming back. He kicks more, you know, his kicks are more low. He's trying to chop him down. Alexis now just unloading with those kicks. Howard coming in with the right hand. Some great striking going on here in the opening minute of round number 2. Well, Howard went for it right there. He missed wildly, but he certainly went for that roundhouse right. It's what he has promised since yesterday that he was going to do in this fight if Alexis continued to keep his chin up high.
Yeah, Alex is keeping that chin really high and his hands low. I mean, usually we teach chin down, hands up. But, I mean, Alex is a veteran of the sport, so maybe he's got a game plan. And those leg kicks are going to take a toll a little bit on Howard.
Eventually, he's going to get him at the right spot. He is kicking both in and outside, Mike. He's kicking to the inner thigh, and then he's attacking the hamstring.
I think right now Alex wants to make sure that Howard doesn't have any spring on those punches.
Well, so far, so good.
Howard's lining up that right hand. He's trying to time up one of those kicks, and he's going to throw that straight right. That one hurt Alex. You see, Howard checked it.
You got to be careful. Crowd's starting to get into it here in the second round, and we see both fighters just exchanging hard kicks. You can feel it from up here.
Tomorrow.
Oh yeah. The fortitude of both fighters to survive these kicks is tremendous. This has been a great round. Howard trying that roundhouse again, now coming in with a couple of rights and lefts, and then trying the kick.
And he just hit Alex with a small liver kick too. Those hurt. Even when Alex backs up, he disengages with his chin high. He's got to keep his chin low.
Absolutely.
I made that mistake.
2.5 to go in round number 2. Howard and Alexis standing toe-to-toe in the center of the ring for most of this fight.
The thing about Alex is he always gets better as the fight goes on. His conditioning isn't the best, but you know what? His will to win,
he's tough,
bar none. He doesn't come in to lose, that's a fact. Alex just wants that leg kick.
Those kicks, you can feel them from this broadcast booth. Alexis and Howard exchanging kicks for most of this round. A lot of striking going down. They seem like they're both kind of softening each other up for a dramatic finish in round number 3. And all this action that we see here in these 5 minutes could help determine what goes on in the next 5 if this fight actually gets to the third round.
There's that overhand right.
And again, Alexis
is hurt again.
Chin up. He's hurt again. And now Howard driving those lefts and rights into the side of the head. Alexis gets back up, spins around nicely, trying to press Howard against the cage. Picks him up, slams him down. Great takedown by Alexis. What an exciting round this has been. We've seen a little bit of everything here.
Yeah, I mean, Alex is recovering from some tremendous punches and then actually,
doing something about it.
He just had a dominating slam. He was just rocked, and then he just reminds me a lot of when Frank Yorgan fought. I mean, he just recovers well. I mean, it's just literally just the will to win. Alex just loves to fight and loves to win.
So far this main event living up to the billing. Alexis drilling that right knee, or at least trying to. Nice flip by Howard.
Yeah, Howard with a great reversal. And I like what Howard does. He keeps separation and goes to the strikes. I'm actually very impressed with Howard's performance at this point.
Absolutely. This is more of his fight than the Greg Rebello fight was. Karl Alexis is willing to go to toe-to-toe, maybe playing into Howard's strengths, but so be it. That's the kind of fighter Karl Alexis is. Another good takedown.
I think right now Howard's getting tired too. Alex is definitely going to capitalize on that.
Those leg strikes, Mike, are certainly paying off. Karl Alexis almost had the mount, but Howard just pushes him down.
I think both guys are just tired at this point. And it's been a grinding up and down fight.
It really has, and this second round has really taken its toll on both fighters.
Alex is going for a submission.
What a great second round as this one comes to a close, and this should be a dramatic finish for round number 3. Both fighters absolutely exhausted from that second round. Again, another tough round to score. Both fighters had their moments. What do you think?
I mean, Alex had the nice big slam, but Howard was winning on the feet. And both guys are, I mean, I have to give that round to Alex.
I agree.
Just do the leg kicks and the striking and then the big slam. I mean, he got hit, but he recovered well.
I think his leg kicks did a lot more damage than Howard's kicks did. That big slam plays a role. I think we may very well have an even fight, dead even on the scorecards going into the third and final round. And that sets the stage for what could be a tremendous finish here in round number 3. Both fighters getting a brief rest before they head back out. And we'll see how they approach this third round. I'm willing to bet Karl Alexis just sticks with those kicks, Mike. I mean, it seems to be working so far. At the very least, he's softening them up, scoring points. It seems to be a pretty good strategy.
Right, and Alex is, I mean, he's a veteran, so he understands it's working, so I can guarantee he's going to keep on throwing those kicks.
Round of this main event in the welterweight division, Alex T-Rex Karl Alexis opening up with a big right hand against Taiwan Howard. And these two have been at war for the entire duration of these 2 rounds, Mike.
It's been 10 minutes so far, just battling.
It's been a 10-minute war, no breaks in between. Karl Alexis trying to drive Howard into the cage.
Howard's doing an okay job of defending. Here comes that kick and that trip again, though.
Mike's got the. Alex has that leg.
Alex is putting on the takedown. Alex looking over his corner.
Pretty nice size scratch on Karl Alexis' back, probably from the cage. I mean, grinding into that cage. That's going to hurt tomorrow morning, certainly, but certainly not something he's feeling right now, as he's got Howard pinned down, but Howard just using his strength to get right back up. Now has his back against the cage, so the action kind of coming to a halt here. We've all of a sudden we're back down on the ground again after both fighters being on their feet for the entire second round.
Right. I mean, the good thing is Alex got the takedown and he maintained control. Howard needs to try and get away right now.
This could be
good
big
shoulder shrug by Alex. Tell you what though, I'm impressed. Howard's not taking, I mean, he's taking some damage, not a lot, but I mean, if he gets back to the feet, I'm going to get even more excited.
I would certainly love to see a dramatic finish of strikes in the final minute or 2 of this round, and we could be set up for that soon at some point if one of these fighters or both can get back onto their feet and keep this matchup standing. 3.5 to go in the third and final round. Alex Karl Alexis, Taiwan Howard. And they're both grinding it out right now, Mike, in this final round. The fatigue certainly setting in at this point.
Yeah, Howard's doing a really good job of keeping that bottom hook on Alex and stopping him from making any progress. Yeah, I was just going to say, Alex has a lot of short elbows from that position, and those hurt. Good hug by Alex. Howard's doing a good job defending. I mean, he's taking a little bit of damage, but I felt when Howard had Alex in a less dominant position, he was actually capitalizing just a little bit more. Alex is winding up that right hand now, though.
Starting to really pile on the punishment here and take control of this third and final round, which may very well be the decisive round in this fight. We're back on our feet again here. 2.5 to go. Could this be the finish we've all been anticipating? Howard with a big kick, another big kick, missed with that one.
Yeah, Alex's hands are really low.
Again, Karl Alexis going for the takedown, Mike. Maybe recognizing the points, and there he does, gets another big takedown.
And to the mount.
You get 2 or 3 of those, Mike, in a round, and it may just be enough to win it.
Yeah, last time Alex got the mount, Howard just pushed him right off, so let's see what he does this time.
With that fatigue setting in, it may be a little bit easier to keep it or maintain it, but Howard's still doing a nice job. He's got the head wrapped up. Alexis just kind of slapping away at his
Howard actually
Howard's back.
Getting a left arm underhook instead of keeping the arm around his head. Howard's going to try and go for a guillotine, which really isn't smart from that position.
A minute 30 to go.
Alex is doing a really good job just controlling Howard on the ground. Maybe Alex realized something, that he is the more dominant guy on the ground, which normally really isn't the case, but right in this situation he is, so why not?
Absolutely. This is not Howard's forte. Does not like being on the ground. He wants to stand up. Alexis has the versatility to do both, and certainly using it to his advantage. This has been a pretty lopsided round, I would say, for Alexis. Maybe not the same physical damage done in round 2, but certainly enough to score this round for him. And if he holds on here in these last 45 seconds, may very well be another victory for T-Rex in his comeback fight.
Alex is doing a really good job with short elbows. The only thing I'd like Alex to do is just back up a little bit and pinch his knees together. That way it stops Howard from even moving his hips. A lot of guys think that they're safe because this is a traditional good Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but it's not MMA based. Like, see what I'm saying?
Oh, back on our feet one more
Alex
time.
is going to finish strong now.
We may have a pretty good exchange here. Got to be careful if you're Alexis. You don't want to get caught in these final 15 seconds.
Right.
He's got 10 seconds to go, and it looks like this is going to be it. If Alexis can hang on, he will more than likely win this fight in a very thrilling decision. And there is the final bell. And what a battle between Taiwan Howard and Alexis. Everything we had hoped for in this main event, and it lived up to the billing from the start. Now let's get the official score.
Official decision, and we have a split decision. Judge LaMontagne scores the bout 29-28. Howard. Judge Lima scores the bout 29-28. Alexis. And Judge Avery scores the bout 29-28 for your winner by split decision, Taiwan Iron Dragon Howard.
Finally, we cannot talk about the early days of CES MMA without mentioning Pawtucket, Rhode Island's own Todd the Hulk Chattel. Todd's hard-hitting style quickly made him a fan favorite of CES MMA, where he quickly became a main event player, and we close tonight's show with one of his most dominant performances. Thank you for joining us, and be sure to join us next week for another installment in the history of CES MMA. But for right now, here is Todd the Hulk Chattel versus Elias Rivera.
Tries to follow with the left. Chattel with the slight height advantage, not too much.
Yeah, he's sitting down on his punches too. He's going to get a lot of power on it that way.
Rivera with the high kick, Chattel blocks it. Now Rivera tries to sneak in the right hand and back with the straight kick. So Rivera staying active. Chattel trying to land a haymaker, really just grazed Rivera. Although that uppercut lands, Rivera's down. Chattel is unloading. And we'll see if he can get back in front. Rivera trying to use his legs. He is out. Big right hand from Chattel. Knocks out Elias Rivera. Chattel spits out the mouthpiece, and this one is in the books for